Hey, what's up, guys? Double O Slip in here, ready to play another game of Civilization 6. Today we're on part 4 of our Vietnam game. We have just entered another golden age. We are entering into the industrial era. I think we were questioning whether or not to go for Reform the Coinage or Heartbeat of Steam. But I think Reform the Coinage or we pick up 2 arms. Let's just double check to see how long our alliances are going to last here. So we got 20 turns left. So you know what? For the sake of it, we're not going to go for 2 arms because we can't really declare war on our allies right now. And everybody on our continent, we're pretty much allies. So I'm going to pick up Reform the Coinage for gold. And we're going to have to try and improve as many of these incenses and cottons as we can and try and get a monopoly on the cotton. We did end up getting Sinbad actually, so I'm going to bring Sinbad over here to kill this galley. Renaissance walls done in Tray Q. Been building walls actually. Last episode I spent a lot of time building walls in literally as many of my cities as I can so that we can take advantage of the extra tourism from that. Could pick up a +4 holy site here, which is nice, but I feel like we need to start picking up things like archaeological museums and art museums. We're just going to continue building walls in all of the cities that we are short on walls. And I got my military engineers showing up where I'm starting to build dams. We are playing on apocalypse mode, so dams are pretty essential. So I'm just queuing up my dams and then switching off of them and just queuing back up my military engineers. All right, city state emergency. Oh, right. I forgot that we took Rapa Nui. Well, good thing is we have a lot of Diplo favors, so I'm going to vote that down. I don't want to go to war if I don't have to. Oh, finish the Saint Mont Michel. Perfect. And it did fail. Good. The Buddhism is trying to work its way into my empire. I'm not a huge fan. I don't know what Buddhism has. All wonders provide +4. Yeah, see, I'm not a fan of this this religion. I do like the Protestant religion that I already have. So you know what? I might actually take some time and maybe purchase an apostle or 2. Is Yerevan in this game? They are in this game. Ooh, you know what? Maybe I need to grab suzerainty of Yerevan. And then that way I can actually just build like, you know, 2 or 3 apostles with the debater promotion just so that I can defend this religion because I am a fan of the Protestant religion in this game. They have 2 of my favorite beliefs, which are feed the world, which gives me a lot of food and housing, and then Watt, which gives me faith and science. All right, we're going to take a bite out of this galley. It looks like there's a free settler over here. Interesting. We're going to want to get our hands on this. Ooh, and it looks like England's trying to expand. They built the city of Sheffield over here. We're gonna take a bite out of this guy here. 600 gold, beautiful. And we got ourselves a great merchant. Fantastic. I am gonna want to build a corporation with this guy. Just gotta make sure that we have economics, and we do. So commercial hub, finish in Thang Long, loving it. Do I want to use my gold to purchase a bunch of infrastructure in here and then go for the Crystal Redentor? I think that's what we want to do. And you know what? This is a really good place to actually build the Crystal Redentor because it's literally right next to our theater square. So we'll have 1, 2, 3 wonders next to it. So this is going to be a very, very powerful theater squares. I'm going to come in here. I'm going to purchase the market. That's going to give me an extra trader. I'm going to purchase the factory, and we're going to save up some gold for a coal power plant, and we're going to start working on that Crystal Redentor immediately. Oh my god, I can build a corporation. Ooh, yes. Perfect. Let's do it. And we're going to call it Suck on These Cotton Balls Corp. All right, Suck on These Cotton Balls Corporation, made and built. Year 1110 after Jesus Christ. All right, I am going to chop out this marsh, forcing the city to grow, and we're going to start kind of tooling this for a national park over here. Placing our naturalists over here, making a national park. Ooh, found another barbarian encampment over here. So that means we're going to want to get Sinbad over here and transfer him over to the other ocean. And it looks like we lost suzerainty of somebody. And I think we lost suzerainty of Ayutthaya, which is not the end of the world. I do want to grab suzerainty of Auckland. Yerevan. Definitely want to grab Yerevan. And with that, we are going to start purchasing just an apostle or two, just to defend our religion against any sort of enemy religions. Man, we just got hit by a massive volcano in here. This sucks. Well, I guess first thing we got to do is fix the harbor. All right, we've got our first apostle here, and we're going to pick up debater. Fantastic. And I'm just going to pick up one more apostle. Another mega colossal eruption. Right on the borders. Didn't really affect anything except give us really nice yields on this tile here. Maybe actually, you know what? I think it just pillaged my theater square. Never mind. It totally did. It totally did screw us over. Can promote the Void Singers. Let's grab Canticle. Ideology is pretty much the next technology. So why don't I go back before I delete the Limes card? Why don't I go back, pick up Opera and Ballet for the extra envoys, and then maybe we can go for capitalism. And then we'll go for ideology. Eating this barb camp for 600 gold. Excellent. That 600 gold will give me enough gold for an archaeologist. So why don't I just purchase that now? Theater square finished and Halua. It would be easy to just buy the amphitheater. The city's struggling with production. It would really benefit actually from a shipyard. So why don't we start working on medieval walls, and I'll start saving up some gold for that. Looks like our industry actually got pillaged in Cantho, which actually opens up the ability to possibly get a national park in here. So you know what? Instead of getting another industry in here, why don't I build a national park right here, and we'll get the industry in a different city. All right, let's attack. Excellent. Well done, sir. And we'll attack. Killed. Lovely. Probably get some pretty good stuff here. So why don't we go ahead and clear out our ally over here. All right, Bristol just had a mega colossal eruption as well. So we're just getting hit on all fronts. It's really hard to keep track of everything, especially on apocalypse mode. It's brutal. We lost open borders with Phoenicia. So why don't we pick that back up? Open borders. Excellent. Make sure that we have open borders with everybody. I can't stress this enough. It's a big part of winning a culture victory. Unfortunately, we're being denounced already by, what's her name? Korea. City-state conquered, Rapa Nui. Okay, I see. So we took a bit of grievances for that, but that's all right. We're gonna pick up another artifact here, and it is, what is it? Batriu. Oh, it's Hercules's club. Fantastic. Great. So now we have a couple of heroic relics here. Excellent. Excellent. All right. +1 arrow score for discovering flight. And we just picked up our very first musician. Excellent. Well, that actually lines up really well because we're going to pick up radio here pretty soon. So we could pick up broadcast centers. We could pick up seaside resorts. We're working on Cristo Redentor as well. So that's very nice. So we'll start picking up great works of music immediately. And we got to start clearing out some of these fossils here. Attack. Perfect. All right. Hoalu. I keep saying Hana, but Hoalu. Picking up the shipyard. Now these city tiles are looking amazing. Picking up another artifact from Gilgamesh, and we'll pick up a barbarian. We got ourselves another Renaissance artifact. Fantastic. If we can get a third Renaissance artifact, we can theme one of our museums, which would be great. I should pick up the coal power plant in Thang Long, to be honest, because we do have a lot of coal. Why can't I? Oh, because this city, this tile is not looking pretty. That's a bit of a problem because of all the floodplains here. Is there anywhere else that I see that I can build a national park? Well, I guess I can send my naturalist down here to build this national park in Bristol. All right, kill this guy here. Perfect. And kill this guy there. Excellent. Ooh, there's another national park actually to be had in Cantho. Why don't we pick that up? We have good appeal in here. I am going to swap this tile in Cantho so that we can place a national park here. All right, one more artifact. What do we got? Dido artifact. Yes, and we automatically boosted cultural heritage because we themed it because that is our third Renaissance artifact. Fantastic. What are the odds of that? Right here. Lovely. Dido's kind of pissed off that I'm picking up her artifacts. I'm gonna tell her to beat it. She is probably gonna want to go to war with me, which is fine because if she declares war on me, that means I have free reign to take a whole bunch of her cities. So picking up another great writer here. You know what I need to do as well. I have Pingala and Thanglong, and I think I have an archaeological museum in here as well. So why don't we check out our great works? All right, so Thanglong does have an archaeological museum. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trade the artifacts from the one city to the next, only because I get a boost in, I believe, I don't know if actually it counts with artifacts, but I do get a boost. Where is it? Pingala. I do get a boost in art, music, and writing. Oh, okay. So you know what? Having an art museum would have been actually the smarter move to have in Thanglong, because we got Pingala in there. It's not the end of the world. It's not gonna, you know, make or break the game or anything like that. But something that I'm gonna think about in some of my other games, or my next games, is making sure that I have an art museum wherever Pingala is, because you do get that bonus. It looks like we lost open borders with Babylon. They're probably not going to want to take open borders with us because they hate our guts. I don't want too many enemies or anything like that, but it's like, it's more fun to play, you know, have a little bit of war stuff in a game sometimes. Ooh, we got a monopoly on cotton now. Excellent. Yeah, because once in a while, you know what I mean? Like you take a few cities, you know, it helps grow your empire, especially on a map like this, right? So I on purpose made a small map with the max amount of AI. So I figured, okay, boom, there's going to be friction. It's going to make things more interesting. I hate how you have to do that to get out of cities. Figured, yeah, it's going to make friction. It's going to make things interesting, right? And I like playing interesting games. You know, challenging games can be frustrating, you know what I mean? But challenging games can also be fun as well, right? So I am going to pick up the Watt. Looks like all the apostles have been taken care of. It looks like this guy has jumped into the city. So that actually leaves this part exposed. So now we have the city completely surrounded. Phoenicia cannot take Cahokia. So our city state is protected. We don't want to lose suzerains, because I know what they're going to do. They're either going to take the city, which would be a stupid move, or because there's such massive loyalty pressure, they're just going to raise the city state. You know what I mean? Which is going to screw me over. So we have the ability to pick up seaside resorts. So why don't we start pinning out some of these seaside resorts, like right here. Now, where is it? Oh, here it is, seaside resort. So we're going to want to get an archaeologist in here to clear that out. We got an archaeological museum on the way. So actually saving up our gold for an archaeologist would be pretty smart. Even if we can make some deals right now to get as much cash as we can get, that would be also very smart. So I'm going to start selling a little bit of coal, see what kind of gold I can get for it. Phoenicia is wanting to buy. Thank you very much. So now that we have radio, I want to go like pretty much directly for computers, because once we pick up computers, that's a 25% boost in tourism across your empire. And culturally, we're doing all right. 52 out of 160, turn 184. It's not bad. That's all right. Pick up cultists. Let's make it happen. Immediately we'll flip these cities to us, and then we'll knock London right out of the game. So here's another thing. So I almost placed a Cahokia mound. I'm so bad for this. I have to pin out my stuff because I keep forgetting what plans I made. I have such a bad memory sometimes. And you know what? If you have a bad memory, that's not good for playing Civ. I am going to place this industrial zone in Bradford. And as a matter of fact, I want to get this industrial zone going quickly. I don't have any more governor titles. Would be nice to pick up zoning commission, so for the 20%, and then place Liang in here, but that's okay. 10 turns, not a huge amount of turns. So why don't we finish the medieval walls? We'll go for the industrial zone right after. Starting to use our cultist immediately. I'm gonna pick up as many cultists, make this happen as quick as we can. As a matter of fact, I should probably just try and get as many cultists side to side. Ooh, actually, looks like they're going to rebel in one turn, and this city's going to rebel in one turn. We're going to pick up this cotton here. Now, by picking up this cotton, does this give me any more of a monopoly? Not really. I thought that it did. Maybe if we put Amani in there. Affluence, well, while established in a city-state, provides a copy of its resources to you. But do I automatically get it as a resource? I don't know. That's probably something worth testing, to be honest. I want to make sure that I pick up this tile here and maybe this one here so that this city can't grow anymore. And then maybe what we can do is we can place a seaside resort here, right there. Perfect. Oh, there is potential for a seaside resort right here. Excellent. I don't know if this is actually possible, but it would be nice to get a seaside resort here. And there is one actually, I think, right there. Perfect. Boom. +4. +3 error score for our very first seaside resort. Oh, one of our apostles just got killed, and we got ideology, but one of our apostles just got killed, so we got ourselves a great relic from that. Fantastic. I'm gonna put it into Saint Montmichel. Where did he get killed? Where did my guy get killed? I can't see it. There's one here. I thought we had another one down here. Did it get hit by a volcano? No, we do have one right here. Huh. I don't know. Do we have candy? Oh, you know what? Oh, so when our guys get killed, we get free relics from that? Is that really what happens? That's actually incredible. Might actually take advantage of that. Well, let's just test it out and see if it actually worked. We lost the Limes card as we knew that would happen. Let's think about what we want to pick up. I think military research actually would grant us quite a bit of science because we have quite a bit of Renaissance walls. So we have 306 science right now. Boom, 330. Not bad, not bad. So ideology, we got that. Let's go for democracy next. Archaeological museum. I have such a hard time saying this word. Archaeological museum is done. So we're going to pick up an archaeologist and we will use that archaeologist to clear out this seaside resort right here. We could build another district. I don't know if building more districts is the answer. I think picking up like broadcast centers. There is potential for another seaside resort right here. Maybe what I have to do is I got to get rid of this quarry and maybe place down some woods here. And we lost our trade route to Manchester, which is not surprising. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send this guy up here over to Hoi Hian. And I might come into Hoi Lu. We don't have enough gold, but we got to pick up our 11th trader here pretty quick because we want to maximize the amount of gold that we get, maximize the amount of tourism pressure towards people. Not that we get more tourism pressure from having more trade routes with them, although that would be actually pretty cool. But then that would make civilizations like Portugal like super OP. By the way, I hope you're enjoying this content. If you're enjoying this content, hit that like button. If you're a revisiting viewer and you have enjoyed this content so far on my channel, feel free to subscribe, man, so that you don't miss any of the videos. I am super grateful for all my subscribers. We're sitting at 28 subscribers today. Oh my God, it does work. So if they step on your guy, you get a great relic. That is insane, dude. I am so grabbing as many cultists as I can before I kill these guys. I mean, I do want to kill these guys so that they don't pillage my my districts. But man, that is super crazy. I am stoked about that. We have the ability to pick up a water park. Now, I want to pick up water parks everywhere, as many as I can anyway. And I think what I'll do is I'll swap this tile here, or I could build a water park right here. Actually, yes, I'm going to build the water park right there because so what I learned recently, and I mean, I'm sure all of you guys know this already, but what I've learned recently is that, so when you pick up the aquatic center, you get +2 tourism for each adjacent coastal feature, which is things like coastal reef or the kelp forest. I think the kelp forest is a coastal feature. It doesn't really say, but I'm pretty sure it is. So which means I would get 4 tourism from building an aquatic center on here. Now, I don't know if we're going to get that far, but I do want to, you know, maximize the amount of tourism that I get. Grab a friendship with Movemba because we want to declare friendship with him. We'll leave our options open with Phoenicia in case we want to go to war with her. She's got a pretty good army though. She's got a pretty good like amount of science and a pretty good army. So maybe going to war with her is not the smartest move. What does a city need? It needs a builder. Start fixing up some of the stuff here. Go ahead, pick up builders. We'll pick up builders in a whole bunch of our cities. As many cities as we can here. Definitely one right here. Boom. Excellent. Excellent. Why don't we head overseas and we'll go pick up some artifacts from these guys. Chop this out. Finishing the university in London conveniently. Get this cultist over here ready to get stomped on by this man-at-arms. Man, it would have been nice to pick up Valletta this game. as a suzerain. Then we could have just bought our walls for faith, you know what I mean? And we'll place down woods. Excellent. Now, what did that do here? It did make this tile breathtaking, so we should be able to place down another seaside resort. And with the Crystal Redden Tour, tourism output from relics and holy sites is not diminished by other civilizations who have researched the Enlightenment Civic. 100% tourism from seaside resorts across your civilization. So once we pick that up, our seaside resorts are going to be banging. Yeah, so today, what is today? Today is Wednesday, September 8th, I believe it is. And I'm supposed to be at work right now, but I called in sick. And it's not because I am sick. It's because I couldn't sleep last night. And I don't know about you guys, I have problems sleeping sometimes. And thus got Crystal Redden Tour, and we got Suffrage at the very same time, and we got ourselves a great relic. So we're going to pick up Democracy, and we're going to retool our government. So I think what we do is we pick up 5-year plan for the extra adjacency, and then we could pick up a economic union for the 100% adjacency in our commercial hub and harbors. Why don't we'll leave military research because that gets deleted here pretty quick with one of our civics. We could grab 4+4 influence points. That is a 30% boost on influence points. So why don't we do that, giving us more envoys to play around with. But like I was saying, I don't sleep very well a lot, which is a huge problem. Well, not a lot, but I mean, I don't sleep well most nights. All right. I don't sleep well most nights. I don't know if you guys sleep very well. I would love to be one of those people that just like falls asleep and does not wake up until the morning. But me, I'm one of these guys that falls asleep and I wake up in the middle of the night, or I am so like in my head that I fall asleep, or I can't fall asleep. I just cannot fall asleep. You know what I mean? So last night was one of those nights where, yes, we found a barbarian. Thank you. Thank you for the free gold. It was just one of those nights where, you know, you think about your fears, you think about, you know, whatever, right? Had a lot of stuff going on in my head. And I was just like, man, I was like, couldn't fall asleep. So yeah, so I didn't sleep well. And I thought, you know what? Screw it, man. I show up to work literally pretty much like every single day. I've maybe called in sick like 3 times in the past like 3 years. You know what I mean? I figured, you know what, screw it. I am going to call in sick. I am going to do what I want. I'm going to hang out with my dog. My dog's asleep right now, if anybody's wondering, because she loves to sleep. That's why I'm hanging out here right now with you guys. Insomnia, man. Insomnia is brutal, man. I don't know, man. I wish I was just one of those people that just can like literally hit their head on the pillow and just fall asleep, but I'm not. I'm one of those people that hits their head on the pillow and is thinking about, you know, something that can happen, you know, 10 days from now that might not happen. You know what I mean? I don't know if you guys have ever dealt with this kind of thing. And if you have, comment below. Let me know like what you guys do. If you guys have any tricks, if you guys have any supplements that you guys take, you know, I'd love to hear what you guys do for insomnia. All right. So we got computers, which is awesome because that unlocks flood barriers, which will protect some of our districts from flooding. We are playing on Apocalypse mode. And as well, it gives us 25% boost across our empire. So that's awesome. This is what happens when you don't sleep, kids. Let's start building flood barriers literally everywhere that we can as soon as we can. Just in the cities that are coastal, obviously. I mean, makes sense, right? He can use flood barriers, or London can use. I don't know why I called London a he. It is a he now, and I've decided. Leeds can use a little flood barrier. We got to protect these seaside resorts because they mean tourism for us. I'm going to chop out this marsh, forcing the city to grow, making it look real nice in here. I should pick up, actually, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to pick up a naturalist because I want to get tourism now, so that we can continue to snowball on our tourism. We got 72 out of 170, which is not bad. Nothing to shake a stick at, as they say. And we got ourselves +2 error score for picking up cultural heritage, and which unlocks actually a pretty good card. 100% tourism from great works of art and artifacts, which is super important for our win condition. So which ones of these cards are we going to push out? And I think it's going to be the 5-year plan card. The next one we want to go to, I do like the idea of picking up professional sport, and then we'll go for space race so that we can get the satellite broadcast, which is the 200% tourism on great works of music. We have 6 envoys in the bank, which is a lot. I'm kind of thinking it's time to put some envoys into city-states like Ayutthaya and Kagwana, because we are starting to working on broadcast centers. Like we got one happen in Trey Q. We just finished picking up a bank. I'm going to go for the broadcast center in Thang Long. So we finished an archaeological museum in Conquan. So we're going to pick up another archaeologist in here. Let's just buy the market, and then we'll start working on a broadcast center immediately in here. And we're going to place down some woods right here. Perfect. Placing a national park here. Excellent. Delete these pins. We will be able to place, I think, yeah, we will be able to place a seaside resort here next turn. Another artifact here. Am I going to pick Shaka or the Barbarians? I think I'll go with the Barbarians. What do we got? Ancient artifact. Looks like we have 208 out of 208 error score as well. So we're going to get a golden age again, which is awesome. Oh no, an enemy spy has neutralized Pingala. God damn it.
Let's get on our knees.
God damn it. You guys are bastards. What a pain in the ass. All right. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to send this archaeologist here in hopes that it's a Cahokia artifact. Still working on that tourism. Do we still have a monopoly? No, we lost a monopoly. Why did we lose a monopoly? Where did we lose a cotton? Right here. That's where we lost it. So we need a builder in here immediately. Got to get that back so that we can make that tourism pressure back. Industrial zone finally done in Bradford as well. So why don't we pick up a workshop? We'll start working on the factory. No, we'll start working on an arena that will give us better amenities, and we'll keep this in mind. We'll have to pick up a factory, pick it up with gold potentially. How is this situation going on? It seems like it's kind of resolving itself. I would like to pick up another cultist because I think we have room. Yeah, we have another room for a great relic here. We have a couple spots for great relics. So why don't we pick up a couple cultists? One here, one here. Send them down and we'll see if they get killed. Potentially we'll be able to pick up a some great relics here. Ooh, we can build a seaside resort here. Interesting. Okay, fixing this up. Should be getting a monopoly once again. Yes. So we should be getting that monopoly pressure on people. Yes, 144% tourism. Jesus Christ, dude. That is insane. Monopolies and corporations is like super overpowered, but it's also super fun because it just gives you like an extra spin on the game, I find, and it just makes things more interesting, I find. I don't know. Like at first I was kind of like not into it, only because I was kind of like, man, it makes the game way too easy. Like obviously if you get like an amazing start, right? Say you got your own continent. Of course the game is going to be so easy, right? I mean, it's going to be so ridiculously easy. It kind of takes away from the fun of the game. But I think that if you get to start, say like this, where you're on this massive continent, and you have all of these AIs on here, it makes it interesting because you have to kind of strategically try to attack, you know, certain players so that you can get, you know, the odd monopoly here and there, right? All right, we got professional sports, and it looks like we lost a card. I don't really, oh, it was aesthetics. We lost aesthetics. Interesting. Oh, we got sports media. Ooh, I like that. Sports media sounds good. We got 3 envoys. I could maybe place a couple more envoys in here for shipyards, boosting us to 842 gold per turn, which is an insane amount of gold. So we're making an insane amount of gold right now, which is sweet. So why don't we come into some of our cities and see, like, is there anything that we need? I think picking up a zoo in here would be super sweet. And then that will lead to picking up, oh no, we're taking a hit on housing in here, right? Because of Pingala being dead. How many more turns do we have? 5 more turns. I'm hoping to pick up a stadium in here. It would be sweet if we can pick up the Estadio de Maracana in here. And it looks like we have to be on desert, grassland, plain, snow, or tundra. Probably not floodplains. Don't know if floodplains would count for that. I could start placing ski resorts everywhere as well, which would be nice. Looks like we picked up Sheffield's. We did not get a whole bunch of grievances from wiping them off the map, only because they were flipped to us naturally. So we're going to want to send these cultists up to the north. We have room for another district, and I'm thinking that district's going to be the water part. No bonus features nearby, though. There is one actually right here. So why don't I switch that tile, put that water park here. As many amenities as we can get, I want to get, you know what I mean? Why don't we pick up the Watt? Matter of fact, we should be picking up the Watt in every one of our cities that has a holy site. It's just a smart investment, you know, a little bit of faith for some science for the rest of the game. Thank you, England, for the religion. I was not able to get my own religion, but I was able to take England's religion. So thank you very much. I am going to send this guy down to get this seaside resort online. We got 101 out of 184 culture. We're at turn 197. You know, I seem to get like cultural victories like around maybe 211 sometimes. I think the best that I ever did was like maybe 200. Oh man, we lost a seaside resort. We got to need another builder. Stadiums cost a lot of gold, 1,630 gold. Why don't we see if we can sell some coal here, and we'll sell it for raw gold to the highest bidder. Excellent. And we just need a little bit more gold. We can sell it to Lavemba. That should be enough gold now. Coming to Thanglong. Purchased the stadium, giving us +3 air score. Can I build the estadio? No. No, I cannot, because it has to be built. Actually, if I swap this tile. Estadio. Oh, what? It can be built on floodplains. Right on. We're going for the estadio, ladies and gentlemen. That is something that we're doing. And we can pick up Gustav Eiffel and finish it off actually even quicker. So that is insane. That is awesome, man. I am stoked about that. Trade routes, 6 food, 7 production, 25 gold, +1 science and culture with these guys. I would trade with Matthias. It's just too dangerous sending trade routes that way. So I want to make sure that I pick my trade routes as strategically as possible. I'm going to trade with Babylon because that's a pretty good trade route as well. 15 turns until victory, it says. Well, we'll see about that. Broadcast center done in track queue. That is good, which means we can place great works of music. So any great work of music that I have, I will put into that broadcast center because that will free up some space in other spots like the Old God Obelisk, because I think in the Old God Obelisk we can put great relics in here if I'm not mistaken. Yes, we can. So it's smart to make room where you can. So Thang Long has one. Trey Q has a broadcast center as well. And I think I have one more great work of music somewhere, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, here it is. It's in Rapa Nui. All right, putting it in Trey Q. And the city is struggling with housing. So why don't we pick up a neighborhood? We'll put it right here. Yeah. Looks like we have a open archaeological museum over here. And that's from Huey. And we should be able to buy an archaeologist in here. Fantastic. Seaside Resort here. Perfect. Delete that pin. I'm going to put this guy on auto explore so I don't have to micromanage him anymore. And we're going to pick up the squid, just giving the city a really nice tile to work just so that it can start growing, start producing. It is pretty late in the game for some cities, but you know, it's part of that game. It's part of this. It's like the part of the game where you're micromanaging your empire. You know what I mean? But it is necessary for that windscreen victory. Victory windscreen. Words are hard to speak sometimes. All right, 10 turns until the industrial era is over. One more turn until we have access to Pingala again. So why don't we pick up? I would like to pick up a factory in here. I know I said I was going to save up my gold for it. So why don't we start selling resources for raw gold, 281 gold, 255 gold, and 140 gold. What about Niter? Ooh, Matthias is willing to pay big money for Niter. So why don't we take every cent of his gold, -1. And we got 2,000 gold here. Fantastic. Bradford's looking good. Buy the factory. We'll buy the coal power plant. Fantastic. So now all of these cities will be powered. Yeah, except for Manchester and Sheffield. That's okay. These cities are not powered though. That's interesting. We need to get an industrial zone up here, and maybe an industrial zone like literally right there would be exactly what we need. So why don't we start working on it now. We got into a war. We took a bunch of cities. We got a ton of infrastructure from that war. Man, we got a free settler here if we want to send a unit, actually. And if I'm not mistaken, which I'm not, we have Grandmaster's Chapel, so we can actually send a unit over there, kill this pike and shot. We just need something strong enough to kill the pike and shot, which is potentially a field cannon or potentially a line infantry. But yeah, we picked up a bunch of cities. We took out England, mostly. We didn't completely wipe them out because we didn't want to take a whole bunch of grievances from everybody. And more luxuries. We were able to get more cotton luxuries, which actually gave us the monopoly that we have. And that monopoly that we have is giving us a bunch, 144% from luxury resources. So pretty nuts. I kind of want to pick up Gustav Eiffel right now. And should I spend my faith or should I spend my gold? I make a ton of gold, so why don't I pick up Gustav Eiffel with gold? We'll send him over, get the Estadio online immediately. We got a ton of amenities in Donghui, so I don't really have to worry about a water park or anything like that. I don't really have to worry about anything in here, to be honest. So maybe picking up some builders to retool our empire a little bit would be good. Maybe picking up a couple spies actually wouldn't be so bad. I mean, it's a little too late for picking up spies. I mean, we're at the end of the game. So maybe even picking up spies is a bit of a mistake at this point because we are at the end of the game. By the time we get the spies out, doing the missions, you know, it doesn't really make much sense. We could pick up builders, or we could just do like a bunch of theater square festivals. And I think that's an all right move. We do have an extra governor title as well. I think I'm going to hang on to it because I'm not in any rush for anything right now. I'm just kind of biding time. All right, our archaeologist finally made it, and we're going to get a Korean artifact, which is sweet. And it's an ancient artifact. So I think we've actually themed our museum, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, we did. We did end up theming our museum. Thank goodness. That is awesome. I love that. Putting a charge into the Estadio, and we have 2 more charges on Gustav Eiffel. We originally usually only have 2, but we picked up the mausoleum this game, which is so you get a bonus charge on your great engineers, which is huge. Seaside Resort restored here. Really nice tile here for Concoin to work. Oh no, we lost the ability to build our Seaside Resort here because it had flooded. Damn it. Well, I guess we delete that. Man, we are making a ton of gold right now. Let's just take a cruise through a bunch of our cities and just see, like, is there anything that we really need at this moment? I could pick up a military academy that would give me some air score, but I'm not really worried about picking up air score at this moment. I think broadcast centers is a big one. So I'm going to pick one up in Hue because I said that I was going to. Otherwise, I mean, I could pick one up in Donghui. I think broadcast centers is like the big one only because we have 6 envoys in both of our cultural city-states. Ooh, we lost suzerainty of Ayutthaya. Why don't we pick that up? That's a lot of culture that we just missed out on because we didn't have suzerainty of them. I think I'm going to save Estadio's charges, although we are almost done the game. But if I save his charges, then I could pick up maybe the Eiffel Tower. Now, what is my next most productive city? So we have 99.5 production in the capital, which is nuts. I think my next productive city is either Donghui or Concoin. Yeah, so they're pretty close side by side. Eiffel Tower would take 35 turns. And you know what? I don't mind crushing this tile. And we'll put a turn from Gustav Eiffel into it. It would be nice to pick up another great engineer to make this go a little bit quicker. All right, we got Space Race for that special card that I was talking about, and it looks like we lost military research card, which is fine, but we do have this new card, Satellite Broadcast, which will give us 200% tourism from a great works of music. So why don't we trade out one of our cards, and I think that card is going to be the scripture card. So we'll switch that out for our military slot. I want to plug back in logistics because that is one of my favorite cards. And now that we have Space Race, we could plug in, or sorry, not plug in, but we can pick up social media, which will unlock another great card, the Online Communities, which is a 50% boost of tourism output, or it gives you an extra 25% boost to the already 25% boost tourism output to civilizations which you have a trade route to. So why don't we pick that up? Let's look at our trade route potentials here. I think Movember Congo is a pretty good trade route. So why don't we pick that up next? We still have trade routes with the Zulu, don't we? Yes, we do. Okay, so we got one with Shaka. That's important. Got a lot with Babylon, but that's because it's very fruitful. And I just want to make sure that I have at least one trade route with everybody, because you don't stack on your trade routes. Unfortunately, it's not like if I have 3 trade routes with Movember, it's going to give me a 75% boost in tourism pressure. It just doesn't work that way, right? You just have to have one, and it works out that way. So we just picked up a couple more great relics, which is nice.
Down through its history, only 3 people have
and there's the Estadio de Maracana.
Frank Sinatra and me.
That's gonna mean, actually, if I'm not mistaken, 2 amenities in each of your cities in your civilization. That is pretty insane if you think about it. 2 amenities in every single one of my cities. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So that's 36 amenities total just from building that one wonder. That's pretty nuts. We are going to win in 3 turns apparently, but we'll just continue to use our cultists to create great relics, and we'll just keep working. We're just working here. We're just putting in the work that we need to get that win condition. You know what I mean? It's just that part of the game, right, where you're just kind of on autopilot. You're just clicking buttons. You're just doing your thing, clicking those buttons, getting those artifacts, getting those relics, getting those yields, and just slowly but surely just working towards that inevitable win condition that you're going for. We got 2 turns until we win the game. We got 3 turns until the industrial era is done. Let's see if we can finish this game before 210. That would be actually a pretty good game. I think there was another game that I played. I can't remember. Oh, it was the China game. I haven't actually released the last video of that yet. Ooh, Seaside Resort. I haven't actually released the last video, but I think I won that game at 211, if I wasn't mistaken. Now, that game, I don't think I used Heroes and Legends. I kind of left out Heroes and Legends out of that game. Not for any particular reason, but I think it throws off. I think it's a little more challenging when you don't have Heroes and Legends, because if you play Heroes and Legends and you get the right heroes, say like Hercules or like Sinbad, like pretty much any hero that I got, even like, what's her name? Himiko. Himiko is like an incredible hero to get. I'm doing that thing where I'm trying to think and play at the exact same time. So anyway, so what I was saying is, so I won, I think I won that game at 211. Oh, looks like Matthias is not taking a friendship. He must feel threatened. He must see that seat, and Dido's not taking a friendship. Simon Bolivar is not taking a friendship. So a lot of these guys are not taking friendship, so that's fine. They could probably see that I'm gonna win. I am going to get open borders with these guys so that I can continue to make that tourism pressure on these guys. All the videos that I've done in this series, I'm pretty sure has been just like an era long. If I can finish this, literally, oh, it looks like he'll take a friendship now. Fantastic. If I can finish this right before the next era, I mean, that would be the perfect ending. All right, 2 turns until the industrial era is done. And we got 1 turn until we have the victory screen, apparently. Ferris wheel. I guess it really doesn't matter what we do right now. We have literally 1 turn until we win the game. So we're just kind of clicking shit on. I guess I could just shift enter, which I'm pretty sure is what is the thing that, you know, just like it kind of just skips turn on everything. Like you just skip all this micromanagement, which is pretty cool. Looks like Shaka wants to be friends. And we should be getting our win screen here once this is done. Plus 2 error score for picking up social media. Excellent. Let's refresh this. Yep. Okay, so we won the game. So we might as well just shift enter. And there it is, folks. Victory screen. I think we did it in 210. I think it was turn 210 that we won it. So I won 211 with China, 210 with Vietnam, Yep, you can see that we have just killed it. Buildings constructed. Cities captured. Boom. Captured. Looks like 7 cities. And cities lost. We lost none. Player culture skyrocketed. Booyah. Numbers of combat. Ooh. We did not get the most, but we're up there with England because obviously England was fighting other people, I'm sure. Error score through the roof. Player faith through the roof. Total cities destroyed. I didn't realize this was a thing. I didn't realize that total cities destroyed was, did they just add this? So I guess this is from raising cities. Total governor titles and units killed. Movember killed the most units. Oh, that's pretty cool. Units lost. Lost 1 or 2, a couple anyway. Well, I think that's the end of the episode. And, I just want to say how much I appreciate you guys. If you've enjoyed this episode, please hit that like button and leave me a comment. And if you want to see more videos like this and you don't want to miss content, feel free to subscribe to this channel. I very much appreciate it. All right. Bye-bye.